bottom up all the way, and here we go.
People across nigh endless years.
That's how it starts with just.
People across nigh and.
That's literally so it's like immediately voice.
People across nigh endless years.
2GR.
A land grotesque as its people. Let us speak of the old vulture's last grasp.
Oh my god, it's YouTube compression.
The
around.
tournament for the throne.
So, summing up, our first trial is to slay a monster.
Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their headhunt.
A land full of feral humans, with people either running or going mad.
What do we believe in, really?
You lot! Enemy attack!
Hitting us while we're asleep is dirty fighting!
Yo. Squad. Oh shit. Squad attack? Okay.
You're in this race to become king, are you?
Not exactly.
I treat all tribes equally.
It's interesting. What is this combat? This fucking yo. God, the style. The style is insane.
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
If that's the real world, then it can die alongside you!
I will not let you die in vain.
He'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
It is a new dawn, and its light shines upon Lord Luis's king.
Wow, the voice acting is really good. The music is really good.
I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good.
Knowing all this, I shall claim the ideals you abandoned and finish it in your stead.
That looks good. Haha, October 11th. Dude, I don't know any games coming out at the end of the year or close to, so this is good. This is good. Also, I love the game's art style. Like, I genuinely think this looks really, really good. I'm sure that's nothing unique to say, but damn, this looks really good. Travel beyond fantasy. Okay. Oh, Xbox. Microsoft.
Hello everyone, I'm Katsura Hashino.
That's right, they're kind of like
director
tight
of
with
title.
Sega and
For
Atlus
those
right
that
now.
may not know me, I've worked on titles such as Shin Megami Tensei 3, Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5, among others. Our program today is about Atlus's upcoming RPG, Metaphor, to share the latest information with you. As we announced in the trailer earlier, the release date is confirmed.
Sure is.
The entire team is grateful for the positive feedback we've received since the announcement. But for some of you, perhaps this is the first time you're seeing Metaphor. This work is being brought to you by not only the Persona team, but in collaboration with renowned artists to create a brand new RPG. With this
Yeah, I
team,
read something that
we
apparently
decided to challenge
somebody
the
that worked on
fantasy genre,
Evangelion is working on
aiming
here?
to create a game we can
Really
call
interested
a
to see who that
culmination
is.
of our RPGs. Our hope is that not only Atlus fans, but those who have never played our games, and RPG fans around the world will give this game a shot. Today, we'd like to spend some time introducing the gameplay experience of Metaphor, as I talk over while playing the game. Please check out the Atlus YouTube channel for more information that will come further down the line. We'd love your
Yo,
support.
they hit us with the
Please
subscribe button, bro. The subscribe button animation.
Before I start playing, let me introduce the premise of the story. In this game, you'll be forging bonds to support your claim for the throne. But it's the unique take on this that we hope puts a spin on the classic tale. In a kingdom thrown into chaos by the king's assassination, a royal magic is triggered that establishes an election. This magic allows any individual of any social status to become the next king by gaining
wow.
the people's support. which sets a battle for the throne in motion. The protagonist gets involved, and the journey will take him around the world. It's a journey that I hope you enjoy, as it's unique to this game.
My man was skateboarding?
You'll meet various
Back to the
allies of
Future
different
2?
tribes, rivals who stand by their own ideologies, and terrifying monsters called humans will stand in your way.
What? They're called humans?
Fateful encounters like this.
The monsters are called humans?
Above all else,
oh shit!
The game offers a different experience than a movie or novel.
Okay.
So to prevent this from becoming just a vehicle for our tale, we've gone to great lengths to flesh out the experience into an exciting, fully fleshed game.
This is cool. It looks so
There's lots
different.
to be excited about,
you know?
so I hope you'll stay with us till the end.
It's like a bit of
Let's get
sci-fi
started,
and
shall we?
medieval like designs. I kind of dig this shit.
The title's logo
What's
design
up, Brain?
is based on the concept of a city's main street. It conveys our hope that players will enjoy a journey through a world full of diverse tribes. If you don't mind, let's start at the beginning. What makes Metaphor different from other fantasy RPGs is the perspective of their world in which our world is their fantasy.
Wait, what?
After players enter their name, they must answer the questions. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination?
What's up,
Would you
Amarin?
call it a
How you doing, man?
powerless creation? The game questions the power of fantasy, a power we all possess. I hope the game helps you arrive to your own conclusions.
So our world is a fantasy in their world. That's pretty fucking
Our
meta.
protagonist's journey and goal is to
That's
save
pretty
the
meta.
prince who has been cursed. This is a scene from the beginning of the game.
Think we'll make it?
What differentiates this from previous Atlus RPGs is that we've added a more dynamic sense of action.
Let's go.
The turn-based battles are still central to the combat, but we've incorporated real-time attacking and dodging elements, as well as dashing around and
Oh, that's so
analyzing
cool.
to keep things exciting.
That's so cool.
At the beginning of the game, the protagonist isn't strong yet.
I wonder
the difficulty
if
of the
because
battles
this is
is
Sega,
intentionally
right? I know it's
pretty
different
high in this
teams, but I
area.
wonder if they like took a page
We
out of
wanted players to get a
Gagotoku's,
sense
you know,
of both
like a
tension
dragon,
and
right?
accomplishment.
Infinite wealth. That mix of turn-based and
I
action,
might
maybe.
die if I risk fighting right now, so I'll explore cautiously during this segment. That said, there are multiple difficulty levels and convenience factors to make things easier.
Oh, that's cool.
So we hope anyone who wants to play can enjoy
Options
it.
are good.
I can at least cast my usual spell for you.
In this scene, our fairy companion casts a musical spell. The music you hear in-game is in the protagonist's head. The composer behind the music is Shoji Meguro.
Ah,
People
okay,
probably know him
Meguro's
from
back.
the Persona series, but I've asked him
Very
not to
cool.
be constrained by his trademark pop style and to take on the challenge of creating a totally
Holy
new sound
shit!
to
Hold
fit
on,
this
hold on,
game's
hold on,
world.
hold on. This fucking music right now. Oh my god! Hold on, yo, Meguro.
Pop style, and to take on the challenge of creating a totally new sound to fit this game's world. We
Oh, it
hope
sounds
you'll
so
look forward to
good.
hearing it. This is a particularly large area in the game, and you can see hordes of enemies ahead. One exciting aspect of this game is that you can decide which enemies to fight and how to deal with them. But I'll explain more about battles later. First, let's take a walk around a city.
Hey, you found something.
Yeah,
This
the music
is
in
the first
Persona is
stop on
incredible.
our journey, the Royal Capital Grand Trad. The background art was designed by Koda Kazuma, a guest artist we're thrilled to work with.
Oh, he worked on
The
on
dynamic
Nier.
architecture comes
Oh,
to life with a
shit.
unique sense of realism
Okay.
in medieval painting like shaders. So I hope you enjoy taking it in. Here we are at the city entrance, and you probably noticed the massive armored vehicle. The protagonist will ride around in this to travel the world. The
Wow.
original designs of these vehicles were created by Ikuto Yamashita.
Oh, the mechanical
get it
designer of Evangelion,
to
dude.
the
Hell yeah, you can
vehicles
see it
were
right there. Look at that thing. Like, it's obviously not an Ava, right? But like, yeah, that's awesome.
Created
Okay.
by Ikuto Yamashita.
Okay.
I'll get into the journey aspect in a little bit, so let's walk around the city a bit more. Using magic, you can ride around on your sword
That's
to get
so
from
cool.
one place to another quickly.
Okay, that's really cool.
I wouldn't define this game as being open world.
Dude, the compression is
but we took care
so
to flesh out
bad.
even the distant backgrounds so you can feel the unique
Oh
atmosphere
my god, the compression
of
is
every location.
awful. What happened, Atlus? You couldn't
Now
come up
we're
with like a
heading toward
4K
an
version of
alley.
this?
The atmosphere changes a lot from the main street. This is where executions happen.
Oh.
That's not something you see very often in modern day stories.
Right.
You'll also note some people cowering in the streets, because this world has a prevalent gap between rich and poor. As for our protagonist, he's a boy from an inferior tribe, abhorred by others. Despite his social standing, he's going to participate in the royal tournament. You'll find many problems in each town you visit, and of course people will need your help. His interactions affect his popularity in the race. Let's check out the town map. You can see where you're currently located, and then instantly move anywhere you've previously visited. This should help make the journey more comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Let's
the compression
zoom out
is
to the
rough,
map
man.
of the entire kingdom.
Like, look at that.
This is the royal capital where we are now. In this world, the areas between cities are dangerous areas referred to as wastelands, which makes travel difficult, unlike our world today. As the story progresses, your main hub moves from city to city. And with that, let's take a look at a new city.
What would the gods do?
This is Martyra, a town we're unveiling for the first time. It's a pastoral town, quite a contrast from the capital. It may be normal in other fantasy RPGs, but through these acts of traveling and staying at new places, I hope you get a true sense of being on a journey, which is a difficult thing to convey in modern-day stories. By incorporating a unique sense of daily life into traveling, we've made taking a trip feel as real as possible in this game.
Dude, this is
You'll
exciting.
encounter
Like,
all
this is
sorts of
actually
things on
making
the
me
road,
excited.
so
I
please
fucking
look
love
forward to how the
the
story
idea of a
unfolds.
new IP by these like legends in the industry. Yeah, I like this.
Let's drop in at the
And it's
recruitment
fantasy as
center
well,
in
which is
this
really
city.
cool.
Here
It's like a
you
dark
take
fantasy,
requests
apparently.
to fight
Or
dangerous
maybe.
monsters.
Yo, a hunt board? Okay.
These threats to the city are called bounties. Bounties give you some nice rewards, which hopefully encourages you to challenge them. And that's really just one of many challenging aspects the game has to offer.
Yeah,
This
maybe
is the
similar to
weapons shop.
16.
Each city you stay in has various facilities, and in this game, your choice of equipment is especially important.
Which I'm okay with. As
In
long as there's good
metaphor,
exploration to be
we wanted
had,
to give
I'm
you
okay
the
with that.
freedom to customize your party your own way. So we hope you'll even find some joy in making preparations to explore dungeons in your own style.
All right then.
Let's enter the tavern. I see an informant here. Informants offer hints about dungeons and battle strategies. Even collecting information like this is something we put a lot of thought into making enjoyable. The back of the tavern is actually an inn. Visiting a new town and staying at a new inn, that's half the fun of traveling, isn't it? There's so much to do in these cities and towns that I can't cover it all, so stay tuned for further announcements.
Okay. Cool.
Moving on, let's hop into the Gauntlet Runner and head to the battlefield.
No, the UI looks really good. Rebirth is actually open
The
world.
Gauntlet Runner is a vehicle
Like,
that can travel safely across wastelands.
eventually, it's a
mobile
seamless open
base,
world,
if
which
you
is
will,
surprising.
With movement and mechanisms that allows it to run on magic. So our protagonist and many others travel in their Gauntlet Runners to gather popularity. Let's go ahead and board.
I love that idea. That idea is inspired. Him like
This is the
riding his
Gauntlet Runner's
sword because
war
of
room.
magic.
If you
Such an
access
inspired
the round
idea.
table here, all your allies gather back from town, and a map of your journey opens. Most RPGs don't have a time limit on the adventure, but Metaphor revolves around the concept of dates and time.
Oh no.
For people today, travel often has a fixed itinerary, such as 3 days and 2 nights. So in this game, we've captured the travel experience with predetermined lengths of activities and structure. But within that, what you do, where you go, is up to each player who can choose to do things differently. You're free to spend your time as you please. Here we have the list of quests I've accepted. You have a set time frame to complete the main story objective at each location you visit. But these side quests play an important role in the story too. Some require fighting strong enemies.
That's pretty
While
cool.
others may offer rare equipment. The order in which you take on these quests will have a great impact on how difficult the battles feel. So which challenges you take on first will play a big factor in your experience.
It's your
Now
call.
let's pick a destination and head out.
That's really interesting. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we have
Open
departed.
so Rebirth took the idea of the world map from old Final Fantasy games, because the world map, the way that system worked, right? I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the old ones or not, right? But just for the sake of explanation here, the world map was you go into the world itself, which was pretty big in those days, and it slowly expands. You get like a weapon or a vehicle, and then a second vehicle, maybe even a third vehicle, and by the end of it, you're flying around the whole world in an open format. So they took the idea of the world map and made it into a modern day open world, but with the idea still of like it's a journey. So you still have to go through the different steps of the journey, get the different vehicles, and then eventually you have a vehicle that accesses the entire world, right? In Rebirth. So that's like the big difference there. Unlike Breath of the Wild or like what's another, like Elden Ring, where like it kind of throws you into the open world. You can go wherever, right? But it's not like that, It's pretty much you still kind of follow the journey, and at a certain point of the story, bam, open world, which is again similar to the world map of old Final Fantasies. Very cool, very cool. They were actually able to modernize it in such a way, And 16, 16 is definitely, you follow a story and different areas will open as you progress. It's just they're not unfortunately interconnected the whole way. You do have you have the map, and you have to kind of choose, and then those areas will be connected to a certain extent, but it's not all interconnected, But which is okay. That's what they set out to do, to give the sense of like a globe-trotting journey, because you're going through all these different places across the world, So it works for both. I think the system works on both ends, and whatever they do here, this looks like what we're looking at right now on screen. This looks more to me like 16. You pick an area and go to it. I just don't know if like each one of these is an actual area you visit or it's just a quest. I don't know.
In most games, you arrive at your destination instantly.
Yeah, time
But here
element is
you're
very
inside
interesting.
The runner, heading toward it. Imagine, for example, living in a camper.
Dude, the
with
runner.
your
That's such a
travel
cool
companions.
idea. Like it's like a robot that holds this like
conversing.
Yeah.
Camping, and more.
It's like a
We want you to have a
Humvee or
realistic
something.
traveling
Not Humvee.
experience.
What is
So we
it called?
designed the game to reflect that. This is the kitchen. You can cook
Dude,
the
this is so
ingredients
cool.
you've gathered with your friends to make valuable items. In the back is the common room. Looks like nobody's here right now, but your allies will often visit you to spend time with them. There is also a collection of books for you to read. Or if you'd rather not do anything, you can sleep here. As you can see, we have Japanese-style capsule-shaped beds.
I saw that. Hold on.
The Gauntlet Runner's interior is quite spacious and even has its own engine room.
That's really cool.
Here's a washing machine, and you'll find cleaning supplies too. I hope you're excited to learn more about how they play into things. You're not limited to staying inside the Gauntlet Runner. If you climb up the ladder to the deck, you can see
Dude,
it
look
moving
at that.
through
That
this
is so
massive world.
freaking cool.
You can
Oh
even
my
see
god.
monsters soaring overhead. The Gauntlet Runner has so
I
much
wish I
to
could
do
see
as
more
you
that's
head
not
to your next
compressed. What
stop that
happened
it's
here?
impossible to tell you it all here.
Hold on.
So
I want to
please
make
stay
sure, like, is this seriously how, like, I have it at 1080. This is
tuned.
God, it looks awful. It's running on the
Once you've
Switch.
prepared in the runner or a
No
city,
offense.
you'll arrive in a
To the
dungeon.
Switch.
Here's an introduction to the combat system, which is critical to making progress. This is the entrance to
Maybe,
a certain
probably, if it's
dungeon.
time-based and stuff. Yeah.
Let's check the main menu before we head in. Here we have features like items, skills, and
Mage,
equipment.
warrior,
You can
knife,
see that
or
the
thief,
UI has always
knight.
been one of our strong suits.
The UI
It's
looks
something that we were very
insane,
particular
dude.
about.
Look how good that
You often
looks.
spend a lot of time navigating menus in RPGs,
God.
so we wanted to give
What are
players
y'all
a beautiful
doing?
interface to enjoy a stronger sense of immersion. Let's check out the party customization screen. The key to strengthening a party and metaphor lies in the job system, and the growth of these jobs is critical to advancing through the game. In metaphor, the power of these jobs is called archetypes. Archetypes are a very important element to this game, which I'll give you a few more details on. By confronting their anxiety, the protagonists acquire these archetypes, a special power. Think of them as heroic figures everyone possesses.
Your personas, essentially.
Manifest in various forms throughout the game. Examples
Your archetypes
of
are
some
personas,
archetypes that show up
essentially.
early in the game include the Seeker, who is an all-rounder in battle.
Yeah, that's your persona. That's your stand for any JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fans out there.
And the Thief, who can plunder resources. But the key point of the system here is that the character can undergo a transformation.
I kind of see that, Amarin. What's up, Ragnar?
The appearance of various heroic figures and then use their skills to fight. Let's enter the dungeon and take a look at what kind of combat is possible.
New skills?
Once you enter the dungeon, use your fairy companion's power to analyze your surroundings.
No, this is definitely a compression issue. Like, I know you mean, Crystal, that some Atlus games look a little rough and stuff, but this is just compression. Look at the edges. Like, there's just blocking like all around the edges of like far away objects and enemies and stuff. This is just shit compression for this video. I don't know what happened.
One of the things we kept in mind during development was our goal to make the game as fast-paced and exhilarating as possible.
This is so cool.
Tedious and slow-paced enemy encounters can ruin a game's rhythm, especially if you know you can win against weaker enemies. Now, you'll notice we have a large monster ahead. More dangerous enemies give off a yellow glow.
Okay, so we're safe, right?
If the analysis indicates they're formidable, you should approach cautiously, unlike before. Pressing the squad button will call your party members to your side, transitioning us smoothly into a turn-based battle. If you initiate a squad battle before the enemy notices you, you earn a bonus first strike just like this. Even for battles that require a squad approach to defeat them with skills, the action portion before it is designed to provide a tactical element, with mechanics that can lead to both advantages and disadvantages. The squad option allows you to engage and enjoy tense, tactical battles without even drawing close, and using a variety of skills and strategic actions. The party customization is highly flexible and strategic, so we encourage you to create your own unique and powerful party.
This looks really cool, guys. This looks really, really cool. I hope it's not a 90-hour adventure, though.
As you can see, you can earn bonus rewards by defeating all enemies without taking any damage. We implemented this feature to provide a sense of accomplishment in party customization, so I suggest you try it out. So that's the exhilarating action elements and the strategic nature of the turn-based battles. It's a battle system with two aspects to enjoy, so we hope you have fun when the game
reminds me
comes
of
out.
what's his game? I just played it, Star Ocean.
Next, I'd like to touch on the volume of dungeons.
One of the second story,
As you progress through the
and in
story,
that one, there's like a
you'll
skill you
come
put on that
across main
essentially
dungeons,
kills like
which you'll
weak
tackle
enemies,
as
and you get
part
the
of the main
EXP and
story,
everything.
and
Very cool.
side dungeons, which you can explore as part of quests. Both types will of course plunge you into battle. In terms of the number of dungeons to challenge, it's more than any previous title of ours.
Oh my.
Furthermore, the dungeon mechanics we've designed were created to avoid impacting the balance and pacing, reducing anything that may bore you.
Oh, okay.
The battle system in these dungeons is one of our strongest selling points. So we hope you enjoy it.
That was a fish with legs. That's interesting, though. I like the idea of like
As
them
we created
working
the game,
on like
one area we focused on was how spending time
pacing.
on the road
Pacing is a big deal with their
impacted the
long-ass
growth of
90-hour
your
games.
party
That's why I
members.
said it.
One of the systems that symbolize this is the follower system.
What is his design? She has like a wolf.
The protagonist
Well,
will
I guess
meet
maybe
and
wolf ears
befriend
too,
various
dog ears.
people over his journey.
This is cool.
As he continues to deepen these bonds,
Katharina?
these followers will become his strongest supporters.
Is that a reference to Catherine?
Seeing their way of life through these interactions.
Right, exactly, Ragnar.
Senses the heroic image within them, giving him access to new archetypes in battle that awaken within him. It's up to the player to decide which followers to prioritize interacting with.
You Bond Brawler. That's so cool.
Finding strategies to gain advantage
God, this game looks deep.
both in
What the
dungeons
fuck?
and outside of them is a unique aspect of this game. We hope you enjoy them. There's more to share about Archetypes, but we'll save that for future announcements.
Okay. I mean, you have till
I'll just say
October.
for
We have
now that
like
there's
6
a
months.
significant number of them in the game.
Damn, how many personas?
Furthermore, your other party
See,
members can also equip
150
any
or
type of
more
archetype,
to see, right?
giving you countless options in forming your party. Take a look. I'll show you on screen. Here's a party consisting only of brawlers. Unique parties like this are fully possible, so we hope you get creative with it. Metaphor has been created with the goal of fusing the idea of a journey with interpersonal interactions, party growth, combat, and a taste of the storyline we've described today into a single game experience. So when the game releases, we hope you'll experience these aspects to the fullest. What did you think?
That
only
was a
scratching
good
the surface
presentation.
of the journey and the basics of the game system. There's so much more we can't wait to share. Metaphor is a massive game filled with interesting and unique elements. As for the narrative, I only touched on the beginning of the story, but the surprising twists and turns we're known for await you. I hope you're looking forward to hearing more about the story and characters that make this game truly special. In addition, starting in June, we're hoping to give you hands-on demos in various events around the world.
Very cool.
The entire development team is working hard to get the game ready for release, so please stay tuned.
I need to look for
I should also
whoever
mention we're
handles
opening
Sega's
pre-orders
PR.
today, so
All
don't
right.
miss out. In addition to the standard edition, Metaphor is also available in a special
Oh, I saw a
physical
picture of the sea.
collector's
It didn't look
edition.
too much into details
This
though.
year marks 35 years
Costume
since
and Battle
Atlus released
BND.
its
Oh
first
my
game,
god, look at the
and
costumes!
Metaphor serves
Persona!
as the 35th anniversary commemoration title
And
for
Shin
the
Megami
Atlus
Tensei.
brand. It's a celebration title.
That's beautiful.
And we're
Wow.
very excited to get this game into your hands. So we hope you check it out when it launches. Before I sign off, I have a short video we prepared for those of you who stuck with us to the end.
Oh,
This
you're
is a
welcome,
scene
sir.
from the Gauntlet Runner, which I spoke about earlier. Please look forward to the all-new RPG from Atlus, Metaphor. Thank you very much for your time today.
Hey there. Yep.
A soak? Cool. What the hell is that? Is that a loading screen thing? Okay. You can take a bath, guys. Woo! Okay. So now, okay. So obviously, oh, it just ended. Oh, it just went silent. Cool. Okay, that was neat.
This game is
what
being
a
open
meal all over this. So, two things that I'm questioning. If Xbox has advertising rights, which looks that way, right? Game Pass? Is that something that I know? This was revealed at an Xbox event previously, right? I don't believe they said it was Game Pass, right? Or did they? Because that would be a big fucking deal. P3 Reload made it on Game Pass. They did say it was Game Pass? Okay. Yeah, dude. If they get us on Game Pass, that's a big deal. It's a whole new ass IP, dude. So and they've been really good about they've been like really close and tightly knit with Sega. I know Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth didn't make it to Game Pass on day one, so maybe they won't. I'm not sure why they thought Reload was a good match for Game Pass. Maybe because it was a remake, perhaps. If this makes it to Game Pass, that's a big fucking deal. So we'll see. If that happens, that's probably where I'm gonna play it. But I want that physical, and that's the problem with me. If I so far, I haven't seen any 60 FPS footage of this game, and I really need it to be 60 FPS. If the PC version is the only way to get that, that's gonna suck. Because I would love to have a physical copy of this. But yeah, skipping Switch, obviously. Switch 2, right? If that comes out next year, they'll get, you know, the Royal Edition. So we'll see. But the game looks good. I'm very impressed by everything I saw. Combat looks really good. The towns and everything, like the way that it looks, I'm liking it. It is giving me like a nice sci-fi fantasy a little bit. And I say sci-fi because there's like mechas and shit, as we obviously saw, right? There's like these big design robot-looking things, so that's giving me a little bit of like that sci-fi feel. But obviously, it's also medieval and fantasy. I'm fucking with this. I'm really liking this shit, man.